Brian, how you doing, mate?
I'm good. It's great to finally meet you.
Likewise, bro. Likewise.
Are you in the UK right now?
I am. I'm in London, mate, and we're having the hottest day on record ever.
Believe me, I feel for you, but I don't because we deal with that every day.
Do you know what the difference is, though? We don't have air conditioning in this country.
I saw that in blogs. That is insane.
Nobody is prepared for these temperatures because I obviously I was in Florida like last week, and I know how hot it is, but you go inside, you get the air conditioning, and you're fine. But we don't have that here.
How do you not have AC there? And it's like 102 degrees, right?
It never gets this hot. You never needed AC.
All right, let me know whenever you're ready and we can give this a go.
Yeah, let's go for it, man. Is the audio okay?
It sounds like do you have a fan going or something?
No, that's wind. I have a door open in the background.
Oh, gotcha. All right, that's fine. I don't need you to pass out during this interview, so you're good.
I'll sit in the bathroom. Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea.
James Hype, welcome to America's Dance 30. It's great finally meeting you, man.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here, and I am very excited right now.
You have been producing music for like 6 years now, right?
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But is Ferrari your first #1 on the U.S. dance chart?
Yep.
That is so incredible. Congratulations on Ferrari going #1.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. This is super special for me. You know, it's always been something that I've aimed for, and here today we have this amazing news.
Well, in honor of Ferrari going #1 and in honor of us chatting for the first time, let's get to know James Hype a little better with Finky's firsts.
Okay.
Now, James Hype isn't your real name, of course, but when you were trying to decide on everything, was James Hype the first name you decided on, or were there other names you were going to go with?
You knew this one was going to get a good answer, didn't you? When I was in school, I made up the name DJ Wasteland, and then as I grew up slightly, I put DJ in front of my full government name, and it was awful. And then I decided on James Hype.
That's so funny. Now, I've been watching a lot of your live sets, the videos that you've been posting, and you are incredible behind the decks. Do you remember the first show you ever did?
I kind of do, but that was so long ago, man. I've been DJing like 17 years or something, but I've got very vivid memories of the first festival I ever did. And that was terrifying.
What was it?
It was quite a small festival. It was like 5,000 people, which in festival standards, that's pretty small. It was in the UK. And I remember my manager was there at the time, and he's like, just relax, be cool. And I was like, no, shut up, leave me alone.
It's so easy for a manager to say that.
Yeah, you didn't have to go on stage.
Now, are you a turntablist at heart? Because the stuff that you're doing behind the decks is amazing.
So I did learn to DJ on vinyl, but I wouldn't consider myself a turntablist. I used to be an open format DJ, so I used to play all genres of music, and I used to kind of mix music very fast and stuff before I really got into house music. So that's maybe why my mixing style is different to some other DJs.
Gotcha. Now, you were just named one of Beatport's top-selling artists, which is incredible. Do you remember the first dance song that you bought or downloaded?
I bought, and I do remember this, it was on vinyl, Milo, Drop the Pressure.
Oh, such a classic.
That's right, with the Dr. Pressure mashup on it as well.
Now, can we talk about Red Robot?
Where did you hear about Red Robot?
I can't wait for this energy drink to come out. I was watching the interview you did with Capital Dance, and you actually just talked about redoing your rider. But do you remember what your first rider consisted of?
I'm sure it was really humble. I'm sure it was like
like celery sticks.
Celery sticks in a bottle of water. Please.
What's on the rider now that you've redone it?
Well, I'll tell you another story, right? So my rider was really humble. My rider was like one bottle of liquor, can of Coke, you know, really simple stuff. And then there was this one time when my manager decided he was going to come to a show with me and bring loads of his friends. And that week, my rider changed.
Of course. Once again, the manager.
All of a sudden, we had all this liquor. We had loads of champagne. And I was like, whoa, what happened here?
Riders are hilarious. It's so funny. We had Bad Boy Bill playing in town, and I remember walking into the green room, and there was this platter of like carrots and celery. And I go out on stage. I'm like, there's no way that this is real. That has to be one of those things you just put on there to make sure that they do it. Sure as I swear to God, the screen comes down. We go up to talk to Bad Boy Bill. Go, hey, can we take a picture? And he goes, yeah, hold on one second. And he goes and grabs celery and starts eating it. I'm like, oh my God, that's legit.
I have fruit on my rider. I do like to eat fruit before a show, you know?
That's so awesome. Now, finally, in Finky's firsts, of course, Ferrari hitting #1. Do you remember the first car you drove?
Yeah, my first car it's not a car that you have in the USA. It's a Ford Fiesta, which it's kind of like a Ford Focus, but smaller. And it was 1996 and it had rust on it.
Was it a hand-me-down?
No, I bought it for £500, which is probably about $600. And I remember I was really proud of it. And I was like, yeah, it's got this rust patch on the side. I bought the special like spray paint to try and fix the rust. After about a week, I lost interest, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm just."
No, it adds character, absolutely. I think the Ford Fiesta has made a comeback. I want to say that it's here in the U.S. now. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong about that. But let's talk about Ferrari. How did this song come together with Miggy Dela Rosa? How was the song born?
Well, the song was born in probably the most organic way. Like, I'm sure most of your listeners will know that the beat has a sample from P. Diddy, I Need a Girl Part 2, classic R&B record. And I was just listening to the record, and I love a lot of older music. I was listening to that P. Diddy record, and I was like, this is so iconic. It's brilliant. I'd love to make this into just a really simple house beat. And I did that, and I just got in the studio, put some cool house drums to it. Really, really simple. Like a lot of the time when I make music, I throw everything at it. With this, I was like, let me just put that guitar in and put some drums in, and it just felt great straight away. And I just had it there on my hard drive for a couple of weeks, and I got together with Miggy Dela Rosa and the Good Boys, who did "Piece of Your Heart" with Medusa, you know, and we were just hanging out in the studio. This is 2019.
Oh wow,
2019. So yeah, we were just hanging out in the studio, like trying to write some songs. But we were hanging out a lot of the time, so it wasn't like there was no pressure there. And yeah, I played them this beat, and everyone was like, "Whoa, this is really special," you know. And I was like, "Okay, wow, I can't believe that," because this is so simple, you know. And everyone loved the beat, and I remember coming up with the concept, and we were like, "Can we say Ferrari there? Would that make any sense? Does that make sense if we say?" Because the words are very simple, like I still want your hands up on my body, you still make my heart beat fast, Ferrari. And it's like, well, when you throw that word in there, it's like, wow, that's strange. And we were like, can we do that? Yeah, we can. Let's do that. So yeah, it came from there. And then we played the record to various people. We played it to some record labels, and people were like, yeah, it's good, it's really good, but we're not sure that it's finished yet. And people had various ideas, like maybe turning it into a rap beat and putting a rapper on there to make some verses and stuff. And it just hung around for a while. And then when we felt the time was right, we put it out there, and it worked, you know?
Now, when you go into a song sampling Diddy, I mean, you already know that that's probably going to be a pain in the ass to get that cleared. Did you get it cleared, and how long did it take?
Well, I'm fortunate that my management company are a really good team, and they knew exactly who to speak to about that type of thing, because I wouldn't even know where to start myself. And yeah, the guys at my management team, they managed to get it cleared. I think it probably took a couple of months. It wasn't that difficult compared to other things that I know that I've tried to clear in the past, where we just had a nope. So,
not gonna happen.
Yeah, he was cool with us.
Now, something I love to find out about songs is how many different versions there are from when you start working on it back in 2019 to when it's finally mastered. How many different versions of Ferrari were there?
Well, there's two main versions. There's two main versions of this. And the version that you know was actually me remixing it
Really?
So there was, the original version was kind of more, a little bit more stripped back, maybe a little bit slower. And as I say, we were trying to turn it into a rap beat. So we were trying to maybe get a rapper to do some verses on it and stuff. So it was slightly different. And then the version that you know now was a version that I made for my DJ set, which is why it's super exciting that so many people are listening to it, because it was almost like a DJ tool for me. So yeah, there were a few main versions, and the version that you know now was born in 2019. So with some of my records, there've been a lot more versions than this. This one was quite easy.
That's so incredible. Congratulations on it going number one. What is next for James Hype?
Well, I've got a lot of underground music that I'm excited to release. Like I've been playing a couple of these things in my own sets for a long time. There's a record called Helicopter, which sounds like a helicopter taking off, which I'm super excited to release because every time I play it, it just feels amazing. I've actually been working on some music with Diplo lately. Don't tell anyone.
All right, it's our secret.
Over my back there. So yeah, I'm really excited about that because he's a legend to me. You know, he's one of my favorite producers in the world.
And then, of course, you just dropped the remix of Oliver Heldens' song "I Was Made for Loving You," which is sick.
Thank you. That goes off when I play that. Like when Oliver asked me to remix that, I was like, this is so like iconic because it's the Kiss sample. And yeah, like you drop that, especially in the USA, and the people are just like singing it back to you. It feels great.
Is there any better feeling than looking out on the crowd and seeing them react to one of your drops?
One thing that's amazing about Ferrari for me specifically is I've been doing a lot of touring. So I've been playing all around North America, all around South America, and all around Europe. And I've been playing Ferrari in my own sets. And in my own sets, Ferrari goes off. It always has done, right? What amazes me is when I see a video of another DJ playing it and it goes off. Because in my set, I kind of expect it to go off because I'm like, yo, you guys came to see me, so you know what you're going to get. But when I watch another DJ playing it and it goes off, like Tiesto's been playing it and stuff, when I see that, I'm like, whoa, this really is a really big tune, isn't it?
That's so incredible. That's so awesome. Well, congratulations on all the success. Thank you so much for your time on America's Dance 30. Stay cool.
Thank you for having me, man. Can I just grab a screenshot before we disappear?
Absolutely.
There we go. Thank you, bro.
Was I smiling on it? Check to make sure that I wasn't like...
No, you actually look really serious. Let's do one more. You look really serious.
Hold on.
All right, that's better.